And we are live. Hello there. And my friend Jason Richter is even here. Jason, I'll put you on in 1 second, buddy. Can you hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up. Can you hear me okay? Good, good. Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining another brilliant episode here with Claude. We've got Mike. We're drinking that light carb stuff. Okay, I heard that. Got my Michelob Ultra. I love it in the aluminum bottles. Got a Corona Premier here. Okay, maybe they need to change that title if you know what I mean. Corona. Okay, okay, but it's good beer. I've always liked Corona with lime and stuff like that. It's okay. But a couple of my friends have joined me. Oh, Rick Prem's here. Jason Richter is here. All the boys are here. Come on, come on. Join the club. How you guys doing?
Good.
Good. How are you?
Good. You got a beer?
Actually, no.
Rick, you're driving. You're supposed to have a beer.
I'm driving and drinking.
No. I'm going to say something, and if anybody's watching right now and your kids are listening, don't listen to this. But I remember the good old days when your Uncle Claude was, I'd say about 18 years old in Northwest New Jersey on a hot summer day, driving a pickup truck with one tanned arm out the thing and having a Black Label beer. It wasn't the worst thing in the world, but we're not supposed to drink and drive, and I'm not endorsing that, so don't do that. But I kind of do miss those days when you could have one beer on a hot summer day with the window open, driving your car. But those days are way gone. Don't do this. Don't listen to me. This is just, I'm not endorsing drinking with driving, okay? So don't save your letters. Hey, I've got a Corona Premier here. I had a particularly good day. I don't know about you guys, but did you ever have a day where it was okay, but then something magical happened? You made a sale. You went to the bank, and when I go to the bank, man, I don't know, something. It's like endorphins are all of a sudden going through my body. It's like, you know that feeling when you make a sale, when you made some good money off the sweat off your own brow, your own creativity. I mean, that is so much fun. I talk to people every day, regular clients who I train. Rick, you were there, and Jason, you guys were on this week. And, I do regular phone calls too for my business, for real estate, for gut sales training. And I had someone today on a real estate call, first call, and we got along famously, and I closed him in one phone call. And I was like, oh, who's the man? It just felt so damn good. It's so much fun and that doesn't happen every day, but I'd like it. But when it does, it feels so good because one good sale, one good real estate deal, one good sale, man, that can float you for a month, a couple months, whatever. And I believe in making sales all week long, all month long. I love it. So it just put me in a great mood. Do you guys know have you guys ever experienced that?
Yes.
You want to elaborate on that monossyllabic answer?
Me? Moi? Yeah. Yeah.
And here's to your health, by the way.
Hey, oh, thank you. Yeah. Much better. Much better. Yeah. But just back. It's been a little while, but I remember when I was in the mortgage business from 01 to 08, I had some pretty good paydays. That some of them I didn't really expect that they were going to go through because they were a little on the borderline credit and borderline debt to income ratio and stuff. But I had a few nice months at that time, and I did. I got a pretty good deal going on that house in Florida that I got last August. I get a couple $100 a month off of that, and I have I signed a 5-year.
Couple $100 a month. Let's say $300 a month times 12 months. That's $3,600. Right. That's a lot of money. And that, the way I look, that one little contract, that one little sale, Jason, does that pay for a phone bill, for maybe gas for the month? An electric bill? Does that lower?
Helps.
Oh, it always helps. So can you imagine if you do a little deal like that once a month, once a week, every day? My business makes money every day on contracts, on product sales, on consulting, mentoring, my own real estate deals. And the wonder, everyday money comes through. If I have, I'm looking for the paperwork. I don't believe, you know what I really hate, Rick and Jason? I hate guru, pardon the language. I hate guru BS. I hate these gurus who stand in front of their cars and their jets and tell you how smart and how rich they are. Show me, buddy. You know that Missouri license plate?
Yeah.
Show me. So I always like to show people my contracts, my deals and stuff. And it's just not handy right now, but I've done that in the past. And that's what's, to me, sales is that $1 million skill. You did something right, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Just definitely establish trust and establish rapport with the owner, and she's happy with our deal, and I'm happy with it. And I did a 5-year, so I have a 60-month, and then I put a clause in there to right to extend for 2 years after that 5 years is done. Good for you, man. Now, and if you can just repeat it. If you can just keep doing that. I want to do a couple a month at least. That's
there you go, man. And how do we? And we're going to talk about how to get there. How to do a couple deals a month, a week, whatever you want. You can. The beauty of this business is. Let me talk about the problem first. The problem is most of the gurus, most of the books talk about the wrong end of the problem. They talk about strategies. They talk a lot about marketing. These are important too. I'm not dissing them. But if you want to get to the freedom that we all want, sales is the answer. Convincing, persuading, positively manipulating another human being to say, hey, I've got a good product or service. I've got an answer to your problem. I've got a solution. It's okay to say no to me. I don't believe in high pressure, but this is how we can solve the problem, and we can do it within your budget. We can do it on a timely basis. Do you have the authority to make a commitment right now? Boom. And when you get that confidence and that skill set, you're free the rest of your life, man. Rick, I didn't want to dish you there.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, Rick, you deal in.
How you doing, Rick?
I'm sorry.
I was just saying hi to Rick.
Oh, yeah. And I want to acknowledge my good friend, Sean Osby. Sound is good. Thank you, Sean.
Hey, Sean.
Sean says Claude Diamond is the King Kong of sales. Thank you, Sean. Alex Bolden. Alex, join us if you'd like. What's up, Claude, Jason, and Rick? Seattle Frank says, sell that hairpiece. Who's got a hairpiece on? I don't think Rick. No, this is real, baby. This is real, baby. I'm sorry you're so jealous, Frank. What's the matter? Are you follically challenged? Oh, you guys in Seattle. I'm sorry to hear that. Dr. Vibe, my personal physician. This is the man who showed me how to grow this hair. Absolutely. But no, I just thought I got it from my mom, Seattle Frank. She just till her last day, she had a full luxury head of hair. My dad had hair too. I got two. I got the richest person in my small town in Colorado. Here is my hairstylist, my hair cutter. Anyway, thank you. It is a nice mop. It is a nice mop. Expensive. Let's talk about the one thing. We all want that certain level of financial. Oh, I wanted to talk to Rick for a second. Rick, you're in sales every day. You work in a mall. You do a lot of different things. You talk to people every day. How important is it to say the right thing at the right time?
It's very important. Actually, there are a couple of things that I have noticed. One is if they are ready to buy, no matter what you say, they are in. So it's just, like somebody comes in and they want to buy the ring. They already made up their mind. They have the budget. And whatever you do, they're going to buy it, So, but again, you have to say the right words at the right time too, The
right words at the right time can give you a life of plenty, a cornucopia. It is, I always thought it was knocking on 100 doors, and if 100 people say no, knock on another 100. I always thought it was stuff like that. I always thought it was going from guru to guru. I always thought it was spending a lot more money. It is about convincing. Do you ever notice in every company, there's always a handful of people that make all the money, whether you're in multi-level marketing and real estate, selling stocks, bonds. There's always a few people, the top, the cream, the icing on the cake. And I always wondered, what are they doing differently from me? Because, man, I couldn't give away money. I was the worst salesman you ever made. Oh, we got a superstar here. We got Mr. James Dunwoody coming on here. James, you going to turn on your camera and join us and have a beer with me? There he is. What are you, in bed? There he is. James, to your health, man. We can't hear you, buddy. You got no sound there.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Good, man. How you been?
All right. Doing good, man. Yourself?
Good, good. We got a real live real estate superstar here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a guy who works for a living. Introduce you. Tell everybody what you do, James. We're on 7 different social media live right now.
I mean, I wholesale properties, I flip properties, I have a bunch of rentals, I do a lot of creative finance, deal structuring, have an Airbnb. I don't know, try to do whatever I can to make cash flow and not just, money one time from like a flip. I try to do as little of those as possible, but I'm in Kansas City, so.
How much do you love what you're doing compared to other jobs you've had in your life?
A lot. I mean, there's times where I don't, but at the end of the day, I mean, I work more than I ever did with any of those because I do enjoy it. I like, the ability to do it when I want, turn it off when I want, the ability to travel when I want, pick up and go when I want. So.
Don't you love the freedom, though? You don't have to punch a time card. You don't have to deal with office politics. Your success depends on you, nobody else. You have no one to blame except you in the bathroom mirror, right?
Exactly.
How important, how wonderful is that? I'm grateful every day. I work from my home. I give good phone. I talk to people. I don't close everybody, but I love the control that we're in a life of chaos, thinking, what's going on in the world right now. How many people are going to bed worried about money, worried about the future, stressing out right now? Okay, we're in a world of turmoil right now, without getting political or anything. To have the ability to have a little bit of control in your life financially, how wonderful is that, James?
It's amazing. All I hear from people right now is like, oh, my job's lost, or I can't do this or that, or, it's like just lots of complaining, and I'm still grateful because I have cash flow coming in that's paying for stuff. I mean, I'm still working. I've actually had some really big months the last couple months, and it's right in the middle of all this. So, to me, it's not affecting me at all. I just, I see it as opportunity.
But when you see everything that's going around, we've been in this god-awful pandemic for going on 7 months now? Is that right? Oh my God. When did it start? End of February, March, April, June?
Like that.
It's like, yeah. My heart goes out to people because they're dependent on other sources for income. They can't socialize like they used to. Yeah, how big a party is there going to be? Right now, I'm telling you, they get a vaccine and this thing is diminished. I'm throwing a party in Hawaii. I'm throwing a party in San Diego, and you're all invited. I mean, how much do we miss all that socialization? Just going out for a dinner, getting together with friends and family.
Absolutely.
I got my
sure.
my niece is getting married next month. I love this girl. And I can't go to her damn wedding. She's in New Jersey. To get on a plane, go on an airport, get on a limo, go to a party with 40, 50 people. I mean, maybe I'm a chickeness, but I'm just not going to go the way things are right now. And it's really sad. I'm going to watch her get married on Zoom. That's not the same thing. I'm sorry. Absolutely.
Yeah, no,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, yeah. I mean, I definitely want to be getting places too. It's like I still try to get out, but it's like I try to limit the crowds and things like that. Or like, I mean, especially if you're gonna be around them long term. Like if you're passing by somebody, that's like completely different. But that's why I was telling you, like, I want to come out there, but I'm like trying to get a camper, come out there, or an RV, and just go do that thing, and just do something different. So.
I'm up here at 10,000 feet in Winter Park, Colorado. The leaves are all orange and yellow and red. It was 68 degrees today. I mean, I'm on heaven on earth here right now. It is beautiful. And we really don't have much COVID or any of that stuff here. Hey, we got a few people. We got Ellie Bash 94. I wish I could have this. And Ellie's got I think a happier. Ellie, I love the picture of your pit bull there. He's cute as hell. Got my good friend in Atlanta, Georgia there, Michael the Legend Buckles. Michael, come on with us. Join us on there. Michael says, happy Friday. And my good doctor, Dr. Vibe. Dr. Vibe, come on and join us for a minute. Or put the time and your link on it. Dr. Vibe has one of the most, he is literally I'm trying to think of an analogy, I always call him the David Susskind of Canada. David Susskind was one of my favorite commentators and interviewers. And he has a great show where he does these phenomenal and controversial sometimes interviews, and they're really great to listen to. I believe in dialogue, and the doctor's great like that. Ellie says, I have no job, have nothing. I'm at my parents. I need to get a life. There's something, I loved my parents, but I moved out when I was 18. I wanted that freedom thing so bad. I wanted to come home without being. Did you ever come home late and your parents dissected your evening? Okay, where were you? What did you do? And I hated that stuff. I wanted to come home when I wanted to come home. I wanted to, leave my underwear on top of the toaster. Maybe I shouldn't have shared that. Maybe that's too much information. But I've always been big on the freedom and lifestyle. And having enough money, not to have a private jet or any of that, just enough money so that if I needed something, I could buy it. I wouldn't have to worry about it, and I wouldn't have to go into unnecessary debt. And I believe sales, the whole point is to get you people to focus on sales. Have a sales system. I've written several books on sales. I have a free one on my webpage, claudediamond.com. So if any of you want one, just go there. In fact, where's my little banner here? I need to get my little rotating banner here. Here we go. There we go. I'm going to give myself a free training book. There you go. Go right to that webpage there. And let's see. Do we have any more comments? If you have a comment or a question, feel free to join us or post it in the chat box there. We're on like 6 or 7 different social media. We're talking about sales, marketing, real estate, whatever you can talk about, beer even. What am I drinking tonight? A Corona Premier, which is very good. It's a low carb beer. It's not, you guys, I mean, I've been drinking these low carb beers so I can keep my girlish figure for you people. You know what's really funny? I run 10 to 12 miles a day on it, word of honor, every day. And unless I watch what I eat, boy, your Uncle Claude that carries that extra 20 pounds all the time. We got you back. Rick, you're back. We got Rick back. We got Jason back, all the boys. And Ellie is from London. I love London. I've spent some time in London. My daughter studied in London. She went to school there. London's a great city. How's London with the COVID? Are restaurants and things open again there? Or is it still a ghost town? Let us know. Oh, I have no job, nothing. Okay, got that. Okay. What do we want to talk about today, guys? We want to talk about success. I think you got to have a sales system so that when you speak to somebody, you're spontaneous, you're creative, you're not using a script. What do you guys know? What do I feel about scripts? Scripts are the death of success. Go ahead, Rick or Jason.
Yeah, I don't like scripts either. I told you that. I had a hard time with that.
What's wrong with scripts? Why do I hate scripts or caca? Why is script?
You can't be yourself. It's hard to interject yourself.
Do you think we can learn to be comfortable and confident and just speak extemporaneously, confidently with a total stranger. Do you think that's a skill set we could learn? The answer is
Yes.
yes. I'm the former world's worst sales guy. I was a shy guy. I wasn't making money. I was doing the numbers game. You guys want to really see me get pissed off? Gurus are still saying, oh, sales is a numbers game. That is the biggest lie. That is the biggest mythology in business. It's not a numbers game. It's a quality game. Give me 3, 4, 5 people a day to talk to, warm prospects, and I will keep Mrs. Diamond very happy. You know how I've been married 34 years. Do you know how you have the world's best marriage?
How?
Make a shitload of money. It sounds materialistic, right? The truth of it is, what happens in a relationship when you're not worried about money? The kids need new shoes. The washing machine breaks. You need a new car. Go ahead, buy it. I don't care. We've got it and everything. What happens in a relationship when what do you think is the number one reason for
divorce? Yeah, for divorce is money.
Yeah. No, number one cause of divorce is marriage. Number 2 is money. Absolutely. Okay, I got a note here from Jane. She said stop. Okay, I will stop, Jane. Absolutely. The thing about it is, though, when you have the control of the money, when you know you can get on that phone, one of the secrets or one of the little tips I tell people is practice all the time. You guys know that in my mentoring program on Mondays and on our group calls and entourage meetings, what do? We practice, we role play. So that when you can get on the phone with a total stranger, you can comfortably ask questions like a doctor. Gee, what's your biggest challenge and everything? Now, Rick, you sell something. You sell a vanity item. You sell jewelry. Why does anybody? Why do people buy jewelry? Give me some emotional input here. Why would okay, it's easy to talk about real estate and a lot of other things, but jewelry's a special area.
I think it's more of a satisfaction. It's more of a satisfaction. They bought some jewelry, they had some gold, or some diamond. So
what's the emotion? I love the word diamond, by the way. Thank you. Why do people spend a lot of money on a little bitty stone? They spend thousands of dollars, hundreds of thousands of dollars for rings, for earrings, for necklaces, for bling bling. Okay, why do people spend so much money for something like that?
So they can tell other people that they got it.
Oh, you mean vanity? Showing off to other people?
Yeah.
Is important. I like that.
And the other thing is that they want just some kind of asset, like they think that if they have gold, they can cash it out anytime. So it's just like as cash. They're going to lose money, definitely. They're not going to get what they paid, but at least they have something cash, They can sell it anytime. They can exchange with something else.
I went, my wife and my grandmother lived in Holland. And Holland is a big diamond area. Okay. And so we go into someone told us to go to a diamond store, beautiful store, clean and everything. And I said, I want to get my wife some nice earrings. And so they took us to a special room, an even prettier room. Oh, can I get you a drink? Is there something you'd like? And my wife had an orange juice and I had a glass of champagne. Okay. And they're shutting, alcohol is a very good lubricant for buying jewelry, by the way, Rick. I don't know if you can use it where you are, but people do buy more. Why do you think they give away free alcohol at the casinos, by the way?
So they don't think and spend.
So the house can win.
There you go.
Eventually. Yeah.
The thing is, I bought some earrings. They're beautiful. I love my wife. I wanted to get her something nice. They look beautiful on her ears and everything like that. The emotion, we've got to sell emotionally to people. And I think the biggest problem is people read a script and they give the gobbledygook. They give the intellectual. They give the intellectual type of selling. Speaking of intellectual selling, Look, we got another superstar here. Oh my gosh, the king, the king of Miami Beach, Florida, Felipe Bosans.
Hey, how are you guys? Can you
Ah,
guys hear me?
yeah,
Yes.
you sound great, man.
Awesome.
Una
Thank
cerveza,
you.
una cerveza, por favor.
Oh, that's I mean, I think I had my last beer about 11 years ago, so
Really?
yeah. Boo effing
You know,
who. But anyway, some people can handle it and be fun, and like Claude, and some others get, like a little bit obnoxious like I used to. So that's why I decided to no more beer. But I can definitely, be part of this conversation. Love it.
absolutely.
Today it's a good day. The kids are playing at the playground, so I can spend some time talking about. Are you guys talking about sales? You're not talking about sales, are you?
Well, it's funny you brought that up. We were talking about freedom in sales. You have 3 beautiful children, a lovely wife, and you can work from home. What does that freedom mean to you, to be able to have that control from your life and not put on a suit and tie?
Control from my wife. That's definitely one that will be good. I mean, it feels great. It feels great because, of course, not every day is great. Not every day it's all unicorns and rainbows. For those for the people that are watching that they have kids, and you know how it is. But being able to, work from home and not just make a decent living, make a good living by using the power of words, of persuasion. It's, it can't get any better than that, unless you're an elite athlete.
Can your words be actually hypnotic? Can you actually form pictures in people's minds with the gut sales method? Can you make people want to buy? Can you turn prospects into the salesperson where they do more talking than you? Do you have that? You have that ability, don't you?
Absolutely. I mean, I'm not so sure about myself, but in general, you can, and it's a skill set that you can learn. It's not something that you can, like it's either you have it or you don't. It's something that you can practice and get good at it, and definitely do. I mean, today I think we were having a great role play call. What's her name? Myra. She was in charge of selling you pizza in 3 minutes.
How did she
That
do?
was phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Go ahead. Sell me a pizza.
Claude, I mean, let me ask you this. It's Friday night. You're doing a live broadcast. It's called Beer with Claude. Why not just call it Beer and Pizza with Claude?
Because the pizza comes after I'm done with this. My wife was right now making one of our favorite pizzas, and we're going to open up a beautiful bottle of wine from our Fila Vineyards in Escondido, California. But I just like, this is a very casual Beer with Claude. To me, says we're just we're regular people, normal people. We're sitting back. We're having a good BS session here, a good fun session, but we want to share information about lifestyle and success with people. So if it doesn't bother you, I hope it doesn't bother you, but I'm going to keep the name Beer with Claude.
Absolutely. The reason I was asking, because you strike me as a guy that enjoys a good pizza on a Friday night.
I love pizza.
Okay. Because
if I was stuck on a desert island and I had nothing else and I could only choose one thing to eat, it would be pizza.
What about mac and cheese?
Second place.
Second place. Awesome.
Second place.
So Claude, the reason I was asking is because I just opened this pizza place right there in Winter Park, Colorado. And now, what kind of pizza do you like? Do you like pepperoni?
I'm a New Yorker. You know what I'm saying here?
Oh,
I'm a New Yorker. I'm up here in the mountains of Colorado. They think pizza up here is a Ritz cracker with Cheese Whiz on it. Okay, that's not pizza. If you know what I'm saying here, New Yorkers, pizza is like a religion to us in New York. Okay, we fight over our favorite. All pizzerias in New York are better than any pizzeria west of Pennsylvania. Okay,
absolutely.
And I like a pizza. I'm a New Yorker. I want a big slice, fold it in half. The New York City, that's the way New Yorkers eat it. We fold it in half. And there's a little crunch when you fold it in half. and a little bit of that
Absolutely.
orange oil goes down your arm, and then you bite into it, and the cheese and the it's coming off it, and you taste the sausage and the pepperoni and maybe the onions and peppers, and of course anchovies. So when you say pizza to me, I get very emotional.
Absolutely. And notice what you were just doing. Like that was the, like how hypnotically, like now I'm sure that whoever is watching this video right now, um, they're going to go and get themselves a slice. I would actually.
So you got a pizzeria that's opened up. What kind of pizza can you make? Sicilian pizza? Can you make me pizza with really good pepperoni and sausage?
You know what? That's a great question. Thank you for asking. Actually, we just realized that there was a couple of New Yorkers just like you over there in Winter Park that they were tired of those Ritz crackers and with feta cheese on them. Yeah. So we decided to bring New York to over there to the mountains and actually we have New York style pizza. You just imagine for a moment. You're coming back from that that run you do every day. And then you just get to this, that smell of the cheese and the tomato sauce and all of that.
Oh, you're killing me! Oh God!
How does that feel like? How does that feel when that oil is just dripping there? And you're like, and you hear that crack. You're not interested in getting a slice of pizza.
Oh, blank check
delivered to you.
Tell me, here's my credit card. Just whatever it costs, just send it to me right now.
Boom.
And I'll tell you what, if anybody who's listening, tell me you don't have a picture of a hot, steaming, beautiful pizza in your mind right now. Can you imagine? And Felipe, tell everybody what you were just demonstrating right now.
That is what we call conversational or stealth hypnosis.
Yes.
It's not like when people like, here's the thing, like hypnosis has a very bad rap because they think about the guy with the pendulum there and you're going to start like, like going like a chicken or something like that. No, this is just, this is the power of suggestions, of painting a picture in somebody else's mind using the 5 senses. You're using everything. You're using smell, visual, even when you mentioned the crack, that's the
crunch,
everything. Yeah, the crunch. Yeah.
Okay, you're from South America, and your country's famous for their barbecue, correct?
Yeah. I mean, not as much as where my wife is from. My wife's from Argentina. They're bigger on the barbecue there. I'm from Chile. They're known for other stuff, but yeah, barbecue. It's one of them. We do enjoy that. The smell of that sizzling steak. On a Friday night with friends.
And the steam coming on while the guys are cooking it. Those gigantic grills with the vegetables on it, and all the different cuts of meat and everything.
Yeah.
South American barbecue in my mind is the best.
Yeah, it is.
And Florida has a couple of them. I think Brazilian. What do they usually call them? Brazilian barbecue, Argentinian.
Yeah, you have Argentinian barbecues out. A couple of them, they're pretty good. You also have some Brazilian, what they called it's like an all you can eat barbecue, like on a sword. It's called they call it rodizio or something like that. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun to go there when you want to eat until there's no tomorrow.
And what we're talking about is Guts 2.0. And I'm a student of seductive hypnosis, suggesting to people, using your words to put something in their mind that sticks. Do you ever have something in your mind, like a song over and over again? Or we're talking about pizza and barbecue here. And all of a sudden, what's going on in your mind? And the power we're not talking about using a pendulum and turning people into chickens or something like that. We're talking about painting a picture in someone's mind to persuade them. How could we do that in real estate?
I mean, in real estate, whether you're buying a home, selling a home, doing a lease purchase, whatever it is, it's a very, very emotional sale, and let's say, for example, we talk about somebody that wants to sell a home that, for some reason, life happens. It's not their fault. They especially with the pandemic, if we're able to paint a good enough picture, a suggestion of what life would look like after they do business with us, they're gonna choose us over, Joe Blow, the realtor that offered to do open houses for 9 months with the pandemic. That's just the nature of it. That's how it is.
How important is it that when your competition, 99% of your competition, when they're trying to sell real estate, for instance, or do a deal, they're talking about the square footage, how many bedrooms, how many bathrooms. And I'd like you to demonstrate, if you were selling a house to Jason, for instance, and you were selling it gut style, and Jason needs a home, he's got a wife, he's got kids, he's got 10 chihuahuas. How would you sell that home gut style? I have to step away for 20 seconds. I'll be listening though. I want to hear you. I want to hear you sell him gut style on a home here.
Now, Jason, I'm so glad you called. I mean, this house is a beautiful home, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It even has a deck on the back, so you can just do the barbecues and all that. Now let me ask you this: you're right now where you live. You're probably very comfortable in your mom's basement with her 10 chihuahuas and all that, and the 2 kids. You probably wouldn't need a home right now, or would you? Oh, I can't hear you, Jason.
No, we lost Jason.
Now we can hear you.
Sorry about that.
He paid his Wi-Fi.
I'm sick of this base. I'm sick of this basement, and it's damp and the spiders. So
But it can't be that bad. I mean, how long you been there? 15. You can stay another 15. Like probably your wife wouldn't mind. Like her mother-in-law sleepwalking and like doing some other stuff.
No, I can't do it. Especially, I've seen enough of that pink robe with those slippers and those big.
Oh no! Does the robe open?
I'm over it.
Oh no!
You know what? You're a hard working man, and you just work way too hard, and you deserve better. Just like we always say, nobody deserves success more than you do. And just imagine for a moment, Jason, that this beautiful house, this 3-bedroom, 2-bath. You moved in. The kids are playing in the background. You can get them one of those like trampolines, and you can hear the sound of the springs when they jump, they laugh. You have that barbecue there, Argentinian style. This, the sound of the sizzling steak and that smoke. Can you smell how that freedom looks? How does that freedom?
I'm ready. I want to get out of here.
What about the fire? What about the fireplace and snuggling with your wife on the beanbag in front of the fireplace with a glass of cognac on the side? And
I thought that was for after 10 o'clock. I think we're in 13.
See,
that sounds awesome.
Now you guys were great. That's gut selling, putting a little je ne sais quoi, putting a little more emotion into it, and using different and painting. You're painting a picture without a brush in their mind. So when he gets off the phone, what do you think's going to be? What do you think Jason or any prospect would be thinking after they get off the phone?
Doing whatever it takes to get out of the from a bad situation to a better one.
Or pizza, right?
Or pizza.
Back to the pizza. The thing about it is sales today is more than just giving a lot of features and benefits. You've got to take responsibility for persuading that other person. And that's the real $1 million skill, what Felipe was just demonstrating so brilliantly. Being able to go to somebody, I understand how you feel and what you're looking for. I understand your problem. And then he uses a little redirection. You wouldn't, notice I go the opposite way that most traditional salespeople would go. You wouldn't be interested in having a beautiful place with your kids playing, and the barbecue, and a warm on a cold fall night. You and your specialty are sitting in front of the fireplace, and you're warm and you're snug, and you got that comforter over you and everything. I mean, boom. When you're using words like that, we're talking about closing people all the time. People buy things emotionally, but our competition, thankfully, they sell into 99% of people sell intellectually, and it doesn't work. You sell intellectually, you give your presentation, your intellectual presentation on the back end, but in the beginning, you do what the doctor does. What does the doctor do?
Yeah. He or she will ask what's bothering you, what hurts.
Yes.
He's going to ask you questions so he can figure out come up with a solution for you.
What's the only thing a patient wants when they see their doctor, or a client goes to the lawyer, or a patient goes to a dentist, or someone who got a nasty letter from the IRS goes to their CPA, their accountant? What do people really want when they have a problem?
A solution.
Right.
Yeah. So
somebody that knows what they're doing to help you solve your problem.
It goes back to the psychological trigger, psychological principles. This is Cialdini, authority, the authority principle. And it's in Guts, what it's good. It's like, it's a combination of being an authority, but being nurturing at the same time. And it's just, it's an art and a science. It's pretty fun. Once you put all the pieces together, it's really fun.
It's really fun. It'll get you to the bank much more often. You're in
amen,
control. You're in control. Brother. Yeah, I have a big amen. The thing about it is, we get who's usually in control in most sales situations. Isn't the prospect in control more than we are?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Clark, quick question. You're a recovering attorney, and they have a term. I think it's caveat emptor, caveat venditor, something like that.
Caveat emptor, buyer beware, Latin.
Yeah, and now I think it's the opposite. It's caveat venditor, because like we have to, as salespeople, we have to be aware that prospects, they have a system and they're pretty damn good at it. And that system is to get free consultation from hardworking, honest salespeople that that they want to do better for their families, and not give anything in return. So one of the things that you use
and they're not bad people for doing that. That's just the way we've trained. We, the salespeople, have trained them to be like that.
Yeah. And it's no longer we live in a world where everybody can have massive access to information.
Why should somebody make a commitment, pay for something, hand over their credit card, sign a contract, make another appointment when they can get it for free all day long from a desperate salesperson?
Yeah,
I do. I listen when I need information or something, and I need to speak with someone personally. I'll call them up and I'll ask a bunch of questions, and they'll answer them for me. And then they might go into their sales pitch, and I'll say, "Oh, send me some information. I'll think about it. I don't have to make a commitment. I don't have to spend any money. I got it all for free." So if they're going to play that role, and my default system works so good as a prospect, why should I pay for anything when I can get information for free all day long? How many people go to real estate agents and say, "Oh, okay," and the real estate, I'm interested in a house, and they don't qualify them. They put them in the car, they drive them around, show them properties all day long, buy them lattes and everything, and get no commitment. They don't properly qualify them, and they don't get a commit. When should we get a commitment from a prospect? At the beginning, the middle, or the end?
The beginning.
But to get a commitment from a prospect in the beginning, don't you have to talk about that nasty word, money?
Yes.
Okay. Do most people in sales, whether you're in real estate or selling Amway shampoo, how many people talk about the money up front?
Very little.
Yeah.
Very little.
1%.
Yeah. How can we do that? How can we qualify somebody right up front without sounding intrusive or overbearing or being rude? How do we do that? What's the delicate way to do that?
By using a strong agenda.
A strong agenda, setting up an agenda. When we say agenda, a roadmap. Hey, Mr. Bosans, can I ask you a few questions? You asked me a few. You don't mind if we talk about money? You're looking at me. You want me to show you $1 million homes, and that's great. I want to put you and your lovely family in a home as soon as possible. Do you mind if we just take care of the money part up front? Is that all right with you, sir?
Not a problem.
Okay, in order to qualify for a multi-million-dollar home, you would need probably 20% at the least down. That's a lot of money on $1 million home. That's $200,000 right there. Okay, is that going to be? That's a lot of money, and also you have to have a very high FICO score, credit rating score, and verification has to be made on your employment and job history and liabilities and so forth. Are you in a could you share with me? And I'm not trying to be intrusive or anything. I just want to make sure I put you in the best home for the best value and not waste your time or mine.
Well, I'm waiting for that second stimulus check, so probably we will. I don't know. I mean, now that you put it that way, I probably don't have the money for it.
Okay, so maybe we shouldn't be looking at $1 million homes. Maybe we should be looking at maybe $100,000 condos or cardboard boxes behind the Walmart. What do you think? What do you think is the most practical?
The cardboard box probably
behind the Walmart.
Yeah.
And depending on your budget, maybe I can even get you a view.
Yeah. No, but let's rewind because you're gonna have sometimes, and this is prospects will obfuscate when you talk about money, and that's a dangerous prospect because they're good actors. They're gonna make you believe that they have the money and you shouldn't be asking for it. And that's a red flag right there.
That's a great point you brought up. Whose fault is that when they obfuscate? You're using my $10 words. Good for you. That's a hard word to spell, by the way. But
when you want to find who's guilty, get one of this, man.
A mirror.
My wife's parents actually always take extreme ownership.
Let's do a role play here. I'll be the prospect. Yeah, my wife and I, we want to look at $1 to $3 million homes. I always promised her a nice home and everything like that. And you're really not. Thanks. If you could drive us around and show us some homes,
I would love to.
We would give it a high.
I would love to drive you guys around the three. Actually, there's some beautiful $5 million homes, and I'll even lattes and pizza are gonna be on me. But Claude, do you mind if we talk about money for a second?
Yeah, sure. Money's not a problem. Don't worry about it.
I'm sure it's not, and you're just trying to you're a good man, a good husband, and you want to put your wife in a beautiful home so you guys can have that playroom and invite the boys over for the Super Bowl. But let me ask you this: a $3 million home, it requires substantial income and down payment and a not a good, not a great, not an excellent, an outstanding credit score. And of course, I'm sure that's not going to be an issue here. Putting a $600,000 down payment, having an 800 plus FICO score, and being able to prove 20 plus years of successful employment history, that's not going to be an issue here, is it?
Well, I don't perceive it to be a problem. Absolutely, I'm sure we can arrange something.
I'm a little. Help me understand here. When you say I'm sure it's not going to be an issue. I mean, this is the kind of question that it's pretty. It's kind of like a black or white. There's no gray area here. So help me understand. When we go ahead and look at that $3 million home, that if your beautiful wife loves it, are we in a position to do the 20% down payment and you will be already qualified to buy it?
Well,
and it's okay to say no.
When you say 20% on a $5 million home, does that mean I need? That means I need what, $500,000 down? No,
probably $1 million. It's probably more like $1 million liquid. Not in Bitcoin. It's actually real dollars and cents. So are we in a position to do that, or should we go to the Walmart and I'll get you that view?
I'm sure that's something I can arrange, and I can liquidate some things. And I've got an uncle who said he'd always lend me money, and I'm sure that
I got Uncle Benny too. I'm still waiting for that inheritance back in 1992. But let me ask you this before I go.
I'm doing this pretty good, aren't I? Am I a good bullshit prospect right now?
My God, one of the best. I'm like every time like the loop gets closer and closer, then and that's a dangerous zone because like if we allow ourselves to get emotional on this and we actually obfuscate ourselves, it's a losing battle.
Have I said yes yet to the $1 million? Have I shown you? Have I given you a categorical yes or showed you the resources I have? What am I doing? What am I manipulating you or attempting to?
Absolutely, all day.
Absolutely. So, and this is most salespeople in this situation. And you're doing this beautifully, by the way. Most salespeople, when the prospect says, "Oh, the money's not an issue. Don't worry about it," don't they move on?
Yeah, they take their word for face value. So the prospect got away with their system. They're gonna go out for a ride, get free lattes, get to see houses that they're never, ever, ever in their lives gonna be able to buy.
Mm-hmm.
And whose fault is that?
That's right. So now I say to you, "Oh, don't worry about the money. We can take care of the money. It's not an issue." And then you move on and start telling me about the features and benefits about the properties. And then we get in your car and we drive around all day, burning up gas. You buy me lattes and wonderful, and take me out for lunch or dinner and everything. And then, oh, thank you. And then I thank you. And I say, "Oh, Felipe, you're a great guy. You're the only person we'll do business with." And I go into my car and disappear.
That's called happy ears. Like I allowed to get excited about a deal that was never going to happen.
Yeah,
and I didn't get a commitment up front.
And what's the great sin of all sins? You didn't make any money today.
Yeah.
And here's the hard part. Whose fault is this? I disappear. I go on the witness protection program. I call you 2 weeks later, say, "Hey, Felipe, we want to look at some more houses and everything," but you still haven't properly qualified me. Who can you? And then eventually the prospect says to you, "Well, Felipe, you're a great guy, and we appreciate it giving up every Saturday for the last 2 weeks and everything, but we're not in a position to buy the home." Whose fault is that?
Boo effing who? It's my fault.
Yeah, but how many salespeople will be that honest?
I mean, 99% of salespeople, and this is people in general, not because they're bad people, it's because they haven't been taught different. They will blame the prospect. They will say, "No, the guy was a time waster. The guy was full of it, or he was manipulative and all that." Yeah, that we know, but who allowed it? Who allowed that to happen?
And we can't get. I used to get really mad at prospects all the time because they were always manipulating me because I was just a susceptible jerk. "Oh yeah, whatever you need and everything." I was totally submissive to them, and I learned eventually that I have to draw a line in the sand, and I have to. What's the point of trying to sell somebody who can't make a decision? It's not timely, or they don't have the money. Why do we sell like that?
Because
Jason, you can jump in too, buddy. I didn't mean to push you out here.
I'm just taking it in. I'm enjoying the back and forth right now.
And I got a hot pizza in the oven.
I know you gotta go.
I bet it's gonna be good.
By the way, and just I am drinking Upslope pumpkin beer.
Awesome.
Okay, I heard those people out there. I like pumpkin beer. So just to let you know, it is beer with Claude. So how important is it to be the doctor in a relationship with any prospect? And instead of just regurgitating free information all day long, they ask us questions. Why do we feel we have to answer all these questions? Don't we have any rights in this process?
We do, but I want to go back one step. And I want to go to the root cause of why salespeople are so subservient to prospects. And when the prospect says jump, the seller says high. It's because they have a shitty pipeline. They don't do enough calls. They don't talk to enough qualified leads. They don't do enough prospecting. They don't respect the rule of 5. So, whenever they have a prospect that express a minimum interest in doing a deal, they get excited because that's, they're already thinking about this is what's going to save me. This is the commission I'm going to make this month. And if you have a healthy pipeline, even if you have a system, it's like we always say, like, it's like having FU money for manipulated prospects. It's like that. It's like, I don't, listen, I want to do business with you, but I don't need to because I have 5 other people I'm going to be talking to. Somebody's going to buy a $3 million home today. The question that you need to answer is that person going to be you?
Yeah.
Why should I sell? Why should I take you for a ride, Mr. Prospect, to buy this beautiful home? Are you qualified?
Speaking of beautiful people in New York, look who just joined us. Steve the Legend.
Hey, bud. How's it going?
This is the only man who knows how to talk like me. You know what I'm saying?
Pumpkin beer. You've been on the West Coast too long.
Oh, it's good. It's kosher and everything. It's good stuff. I mean, let me ask you something. Suppose you were desperate. The rent is due. The kids are hungry. There's no milk in the refrigerator. You're desperate, and you've got a couple sales appointments. Do you think most people, how do you think you should act in front of your prospects? Like a desperate, begging salesperson, or like a guy who's got $1 million in his pocket?
You gotta be the person with the $1 million and be of authority.
Yeah.
Why?
Go. Amen. Amen.
Because you're gonna get stepped on and pushed over to the side of the road. It's
what does the prospect do when they see a weak salesperson?
Take them for a ride, and they bleed them to death.
Oh, they beat them up. They have a field day.
Yeah.
They have a field day with them. It's just you've got to play a role. This is one of my favorite books. I pulled out a book here. I got to leave in a second. It's Respect for Acting. Okay, it's a great book. It's a great book. Do you think to be a great salesperson, not only do you have to know how people think, what's their oxygen, but do you have to play a role in the whole process?
It's almost like you need to be a thespian, as you say.
To be a thespian, dirty word, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, you've got to play a role, but I think deep down inside, I'm chicken shit. I'm the kid sucking his thumb with a blanket over his head and a little flashlight.
Everyone is a chicken shit, myself included. And whoever says not, I mean, guys, it's also that the minute you understand that, and instead of like letting your fear dominate you, but you just like do this despite that fear, that's when you get that freedom and you become
limits on their comfort zone. Everybody, no matter who they are.
What's the kind of, I got to go, guys, but if you're a prospect and you're buying a car, life insurance, a house, pumpkin beer, what kind of personality do you want in the salesperson you're talking to?
Personality do I want?
What kind of person? Do you want a guy who's wimpy and hi, or do you want a guy who's assertive and speaks honestly and straightforward to you?
You love to have someone that's assertive and can make a decision. But you know what? Every personality is different. You'll get the wimpy people also. And if you're authoritative and you give them what they want, information, they make the decision also.
Yeah.
It's all how you make the delivery.
I think if you're wimpy, though, they're going to take advantage of you. It's human nature to beat up the wimpy guy.
Not me being wimpy. They're being wimpy.
Right. Correct.
Absolutely.
Gentlemen.
I just thought of as being a lot of things. Nobody ever called me wimpy.
No. And assertiveness is not a dirty word. Not being a bully, not being overpowering, but being direct and straightforward and honest. Hey, can we have an adult to adult conversation here? You got a problem, I got a solution. If I can solve your problem within your budget on a timely basis, can we move forward today? Boom. I like people who talk like that. I like straight talk. And I don't think we get without getting political, we hear people talk out of both sides of their mouths. You ever hear on Meet the Press or the TV, they'll ask a question, but they never answer the question. It drives me crazy.
Just today's society, everybody's just too worried about being politically correct, and it's like a contest of who gets offended first.
I'm done with that crap.
Yeah.
Everybody feels that way.
I know you got that pizza. And you got to go, but that could be like a whole separate topic.
Great. Another topic, another night. But when did the truth? Thank you, guys. Hey, when did the truth become so toxic?
Right.
Seriously, the truth is the truth. Facts are facts. When did facts become so offensive, even if they're true?
Right. Right.
It's a generation. It's a generation we're raising. You know, it's what we tolerate. What we're willing to tolerate with our kids, with everything. It's
what they're taught. What they're taught in school.
Yeah.
Right.
True.
Yeah. Absolutely,
Everybody-
guys. The pumpkin beer is kicking in. I've got to go get some pizza here. Thank you for joining me, ladies and
Thank
gentlemen.
you.
All of you
Thank you,
folks
Felipe.
out there. Have a wonderful, safe, great weekend, and give good phone, because nobody deserves success more than all you good people. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye
Yes,
now.
Y'all have a good one. Have a good one.
Make one.